So the club balance is a classic juggling trick. Basically, all it is balancing a club on your face. You can either do it on your nose, or you can do it on your chin, or you can do it on your forehead, like this. So I would probably recommend learning it either on your chin or on your nose, whichever one you personally find easiest. If you're going to do it on your nose, you can see you've got a little soft bit at the bottom and then you've got the bone. So just try and rest the club at the top of the bone, sort of as high up as you can. On your chin, it's in my opinion, more of a natural place for it to sit. But with the chin, you're going to have to tilt your head a little bit further back. Anyway, before you do this, definitely start with a quick neck warm up. So I usually do, a couple of these rotations like this, and then a couple of just going back and forward. Stretch it out a little bit. And the most important thing is don't overdo it. If you I spent an hour and a half learning this, and the next day I woke up with a really sore neck. It does happen because usually this isn't like a normal position. Just be aware of that. Anyway, to learn it, I'm gonna assume you've tried this before. If not, try this first. All this is a balance, but on the finger. The principles of balancing are exactly the same to on your face. You always are looking at the top of the object that you're balancing, never in the middle, never on the bottom, always at the top. And all you're doing, you are constantly moving your finger to be underneath the top. Basically, you're always moving, even if it doesn't look like it, subtle little movements, constantly readjusting the base, moving it under the top. So if the top is going to fall that way, you need to move the base underneath. It's going sideways, move base underneath, etc. First, do it with the finger if you can't already, then apply the same principle to balancing it on your face. First, it's going to feel a little bit different. It's going to be maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but make sure your eyes always at the top. It's going to be easy to get distracted, but try not to. So hold the club in place, and at first you can simply try and let go for a second, see what happens. Maybe use the other hand for support, like that. You're not going to be able to stay still, always going to have to keep moving. If the club is going like, if you go like this, and you let go, and it straight away goes back, what you know is that it's tilting too far back. So on the next ones, you can try and bring it a little bit more forward. The reason this is quite a common thing to happen is because it's kind of hard to tell what straight is if you're looking from this angle. Over time, you'll get used to where the right position is, but to start with, you might be sort of here, and then it's like, oh, how come that wasn't the right position? Anyway, give it a practice. As I said before, this took me an hour and a half to begin to get used to it. It does take a while, but after that, it sort of got a lot easier, a lot quicker. Last little tip, if you have a longer stick, like a broom or an umbrella or something, it's probably easier than the club. Just obviously be careful, it's not too spiky and it hasn't got spikes that's gonna like hit you or anything like that. But yeah, generally, the longer the object, the easier it is to balance.